The People Station 107 JAMZ, the big homie Erik G hanging out inside the afternoon jump off, man. I got a special guest in the building. As a matter of fact, this is family right here. It's the president of the IBBA, Mr. Rob Neal, getting ready for the big competition going on tonight, right? In Lake Charles, you're actually doing some auditions tonight in the area. Why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself, introduce the world to you for the new listeners, because you've been in the area of Lake Charles before, right?
Yes, sir, I have. And first of all, I'm so humbled to be in your facility here at Town Square Media.
That's right.
It's an honor to be here, and thank you so much for allowing me this opportunity to be here to talk about what's going on. Basically, starting tonight, we're going to have an audition for the International Black Broadcasters Association Artist Showcase and fall meeting that's going to be coming to Lake Charles on next week. But actually, tonight is for the audition. That's going to be at the KPC Hall on Opelousas Street.
Correct.
And we're going to have a great time. I understand there's some great talent here in Lake Charles, and we're certainly bringing a lot of individuals with major record companies from Def Jam, Sony Music. I have one representative that's actually, his name is Eunice Rice. He consults RCA, Universal, Motown, and as well as that's a number of people that are going to be in the market for this event.
Yeah. So now a lot of folks want to know, since you're doing the auditions tonight, what's the criteria as far as being a part of that? Is that something they have to?
Well, basically, what it is that we're looking for, whatever your talent is: gospel, R&B, hip hop, Zydeco.
Okay.
Do your thing tonight, and then what we'll do, a decision will be made, and then next week on Friday will be the main event.
Now, what can they get from that event, from the actual, I guess you can call it kind of a semi-conference?
One of the things that they'll be able to get from it is to be able to show their talent in front of people that can actually help them.
Okay.
And then from there, the next day, we're going to have a broadcast panel discussion as well as a music panel over at La Bear Casino.
Yeah.
That's going to be from at 1 o'clock on Saturday.
Okay.
That'll be the following day. And I understand now that you're going to be on one of those broadcast panels.
Really?
I heard a rumor.
You know, are people spreading rumors?
Yeah, I heard a rumor. So, and I certainly hope that rumor is true.
You know what? I got to be there for this. I love, just kind of giving back a little knowledge, man. I'm not as in-depth in the music industry as some of my counterparts are, especially the individual on the telephone. But, I can try to help them out a little bit.
Well, before I do that, if you don't mind, besides the record company people that are going to be in town, we're going to have radio people, program directors. I have Rocky Love. He's coming in from Toledo, Ohio, to be here. And I'm just anticipating a lot of good radio people to be here. And I think that's a good thing, too, because once you record the record, one of the things I run into a lot, people say, well, how do I get my record played, on the radio? And that's some of the things that we're going to, it's going to be a session on that.
Yeah.
On procedures.
Okay. Because I think a lot of folks think once they record it, that's it.
Yeah, you should play my record.
Yeah. So, no, that's definitely a good thing. So you want to go ahead and introduce our friend on the phone?
Oh, yes, indeed. I also, this guy that's going to be, he's one of my dear friends. He's a young boy that's from Louisiana.
That's right.
And he's moved up in the business. He's now National Director of Urban. And, of course, I'm talking about Mr. Demetrius Lloyd with Sony Music.
Demetrius, what's up, man?
What's up, guys? It's great to, be a part of this big thing that's getting ready to happen next week. And Mr. Neal, the event is always something I look forward to every year. And, it's very educational for people, especially in the music business.
Now,
and Erik, you play some of the best records in the world. And you determine how they're going to be played, and it's good that you're going to be on the panel to be able to discuss how can they be the same way at your station too.
Well, I tell you what, man, when you got artists like Beyonce, T.I.,
by the way, Flawless number one.
There you go. See, Flawless number one. So when you have artists like that, Demetrius, it's kind of hard not to play it,
Yes, it's great to be with a company that actually go through and actually find artists and they stick with them and cultivate them and just make them bigger and bigger. So, it's great to be with a company like that.
So now what are some of the things that we can expect to get from, what should the artists expect to get from Demetrius? The kind of knowledge.
My biggest thing is, me and Mr. Neal have done this before with the IBBA is, we do these showcases where we actually tell people what they need, how they need to do it, what to expect when they get into the actual music business.
Okay.
It's just a lot of information that they're going to be able to lead with and be able to use it. And if they use it in the right way and be motivated and go-getters, they could be just like, some of the artists that we have on my label.
And one of the tips I like to give right now, even though you're the record side in the record business, and we'll give this tip right now, even before we have the panel discussion, I try to tell, especially young artists, you have to have your package together. I know you talked recently about the total package, but you can't just drop off a CD written with a marker with your name on it and all that. I mean, it's your presentation, is how you present yourself. It's almost like how we say, dress to impress. So you got to be presentable and present yourself in a professional manner. Yeah. So that's key and very important. But I do want to add this because I don't want to forget. I know you asked me for a little background about the IBBA, International Black Broadcasters.
Yeah.
Our organization has actually existed for 17 years. We do conventions in Washington, D.C., Atlanta, Georgia. In fact, in Washington, D.C., we use the Hay Adams Hotel, which is a hotel directly across from the White House.
Okay.
And we've had individuals such as Robin Roberts, Danny Glover, Courtney B. Vance.
Okay.
The list goes, Victoria Rouse. And if you want to verify, and we will invite any of your listeners to please go to our website. It's IBBAINC.com. That's IBBAINC.com.
Okay.
And that way you'll know. It's always good to know who you're talking to and what they can do. So go to our website, please.
So, Demetrius, what do you look for? I mean, I know you have so many different artists that are, pretty much on your label, and you guys pretty much have a roster set up. But when you're out and about, because you pretty much have a day-to-day life every now and then, what do you look for? What kind of gets your attention when you see someone out there that's an artist?
My biggest thing now is just to see somebody doing something really different than everybody else is doing, and it's the cutting edge, and again, it goes back to what Mr. Neal says as far as them having the total package, For me, a lot of companies and other companies are not going to groom you while they're in the business. They want you to be ready before you come there. So, people that already have the package, marketing, their promotion already down, how they're going to look, are they presentable as far as to be on TV? Are they presentable, media ready for radio? That's what they're looking for. And, if you have that, if you've already taken one big step as far as being closer to being in the business.
Wow. So
those are the things that, it makes it easy for you to look for. And again, go-getters. That's the thing. You got to have that mentality to be a go-getter in this business because it's not going to come to you, and it's about timing.
I think I was just going to say one thing I tell a lot of folks, man, especially artists that potentially want to get into this business. Just because you get signed to a major does not mean the work stops.
And that's absolutely true. Yeah, absolutely true. You got to work. You got to work just as hard as everybody else because they're signing more people. And they want to know the people that are already ready to go and be able to ship them out.
For real. And tonight, Rob, is going on at the KPC Hall. You're basically doing the auditions tonight. What do they need to bring when they come for the auditions?
Of course, bring if it's a CD, bring your whatever you're going to utilize for your track.
Okay.
And we'll be ready for you at 5 o'clock at the KPC Hall.
Okay.
On Opelousas Street.
And, of course, next week, what's the date for the event again?
October 17th will be the Artist Showcase. That'll be at 7 p.m. at the Civic Center, Lake Charles Civic Center. And then on Saturday, 1 o'clock, we will have the music panel as well as the broadcast panel. And that'll be at Le Bear.
Yeah, Le Bear. Uh-huh.
Okay.
And I'm sure we'll...
I am pronouncing that right.
Hopefully
that is Le Bear?
Well, Le Bear. We definitely don't want to have to drag you up out of there because I think once you get up in there, we might not see Rob Demetrius for a while.
Well, it's going to be in the afternoon, so it'll be a lot of time for other things. But we're really excited about it, coming here to Lake Charles.
Yeah.
And the response has been incredible.
Well, we're glad to have you here, man. There's a lot of great singers here, a lot of great artists in general that really can bring it to the table, and I hope we can find somebody else, and maybe we can get somebody else that can get a number one flawless hit. Demetrius,
I heard another rumor that you can sing.
Milli Vanilli also. They could sing as well. So,
all right.
Sign him up.
So tonight, this afternoon, 5 o'clock.
In the surrounding areas.
Yes, sir, man.
I look forward to seeing a lot of it, too.
Well, glad to have you back at home, too, man, next weekend. But it's going on 5 p.m. tonight, KPC Hall, 2526 Opelousas Street. Make sure you guys stop by. Meet Rob Neal. He's going to be in the building. Demetrius will be here next week. And, of course, they'll give you all the details. But, again, what's that website?
www.ibbainc.com or just ibbainc.com.
Cool.
ibbainc.com.
That's what it is. Well, y'all stick around, man. We've got more music coming up for you next right here on the People Station. It's 107 JAMZ.